Hello, this is Chris with Protect Your Children Incorporated. ProtectYourChildren.org is the website, ProtectYourChildren.org. You might be thinking, is it Saturday night at 8 p.m. Eastern? Is it Saturday Night Child Protection Live? No, it's not. It is 4:05 on a Tuesday afternoon. Wanted to come to you to give you some news and ask for your assistance. A time back, we revealed that we were looking for Zachary Bernhardt. Most of you who follow what we do are aware of that. Most of you don't know that there was another child, a 5-year-old boy, who was abducted from the same apartment complex about 15 months later. And his perpetrator, the scum, the monster, has still not been caught. And the police and law enforcement have stopped actively looking for him. Of course, that's what they do after cases get too old. So we were approached by the mother of this child, who we're going to name Jet. We're just going to say his name is Jet because the mother wants his name to remain anonymous, and we understand that. So she came to us and said, hey, can you help me locate the monster that did this to my son? Some of you will recall that we had his mother on a live show about a year or so ago. She told her story. And so now what I want to do is give you a brief introduction on what we're going to do here. Much of the information that we uncover, and we've uncovered a lot already, we're going to keep private because we don't want to compromise the investigation. And you say, oh man, that's what the police always say. Well, there's a reason for that. Okay. Now, we do have some disagreements when it comes to investigations for law enforcement because they can vet certain organizations and certain people to make sure that they are safe and not connected. There's NDAs that can be signed. I mean, there's things that law enforcement can do to get the public's help. But anyway, that's another issue. So what I want to do is give you a brief introduction of what happened here, okay? Jet, as we're going to call him, was taken on New Year's Eve around 5:30 in the afternoon. If you look on the screen, you'll see he was taken from Clearwater, Florida. He was found in Bushnell, Florida. Yes, he was found. Thankfully, he was found. What this boy endured at the hands of this monster has been enough to make us cry. It's been very hard to grab onto this case and start looking into it and reading the information that we've read. The fact that the police just give up after a while angers us, and it should anger you. Now, this is going back to New Year's Eve 2001. Long time. Does that mean there's no chance of catching the perp, the monster? Not at all. It doesn't mean anything. In fact, it increases the ability for us to find information to catch him because it has been so long. And after these scumbags have so much time that goes by, they think they've gotten away with it. They stop covering their tracks. They let their guard down. And that's what we're counting on. And we're counting on the public's help. Now, you can see on the screen that Clearwater to Bushnell is about a 2-hour ride. I mean, are you kidding me? There's traffic down here in Florida, so it's probably 3 hours. But generally, it's about 2-hour trip. It's about 85 to 90 miles. And this man showed up at an apartment complex, the same one as Zachary, in a white pickup truck converted to look like an ice cream truck. Now, isn't that the old thing that we always hear, right? Where the predator comes up and says, hey, you want ice cream? In order to get kids close to them. So he's in the complex. There's a group of kids playing at the playground. He grabs Jet, or gets Jet to climb up into the back of this truck. The story is still a little fuzzy on that, with the promise of ice cream. Now, it was a pickup truck, so there was, the bed of the truck. But the word is that he then grabbed Jet and pulled him into the cab of the truck through the window. You know how pickup trucks have that sliding window, and took off with him and drove all the way to Bushnell, where the man subsequently put Jet in a dumpster and told him to die after he had physically and sexually assaulted the child. If you're law enforcement, I don't know how you ever stop trying to find a monster like that. This monster, if he's still alive and still out there, has done this to so many kids. Why do you ever stop looking for this guy? Well, we're on it. We're using our resources, our tools, and social media and other avenues to locate this monster. And we will. And we will not stop until we do. What's frustrating is that because of the amount of time that's gone by, a lot of the information has been scrubbed. There was an Amber Alert. Can't find any evidence of that now. There reportedly was an episode of America's Most Wanted where they featured Amber Alerts, and Jet was on there, or featured on there. Can't find any remnants of that. So we're appealing directly to the public. In the coming weeks, we'll be releasing information. We're going to be doing a promotional campaign all over social media, looking for the public's help to answer some questions, to give us some tips. Now, you all have been phenomenal with assisting us in locating Zachary Bernhardt, and we are still on that case. And we are at a point that we cannot discuss right now with that, but trust us, it's not over. You have all come out of the woodwork, amateur sleuths, former law enforcement, friends, neighbors, teachers. The general public has come out in force to help us with information. We're asking you to do the same thing for Jet. It's amazing that we're able to find an article. There's only a couple left on the internet. And this article here says kidnapped boy 5 left in a restaurant trash bin. Just think about that for a minute. If that doesn't enrage you, then nothing will. It says a 5-year-old Clearwater boy who was abducted New Year's Eve crawled free of the trash bin he was dumped in and flagged down a motorist for help. The boy was kidnapped from outside the apartment where his family lives, Clearwater police said. Witnesses said they saw the kidnapper driving a white pickup with ice cream symbols. The boy was left behind a restaurant. It says here 65 miles northeast in Sumter County, about 4 a.m. on Tuesday, that next morning, said Lieutenant Bobby Carruthers of the Sumter County Sheriff's Office. Now, I just want you to think about this for a moment. 5-year-old playing at the playground. Ice cream truck comes up, or what looks like an ice cream truck. Of course, the child's going to want ice cream, but instead gets snatched and abused physically, sexually, told to die, left in a dumpster. This is horrendous. This is the kind of stuff you see in horror movies that you don't think happens in real life. Well, this happened. Now, Jet was found, went on to have a very troubled life, as you can imagine, having gone through the trauma of what he did. And unfortunately, Jet is no longer with us. But the perpetrator, the monster, the evil scum that did this has never been caught. We want him caught. We want justice for Jet. And that's what we're asking you to do. Help us get justice for Jet. It's cases like this where we're enraged, we're saddened, our hearts are broken. But at the same time, we're turning that into a passion for justice. Justice for Jet, justice for Jet's family. And to protect any other kids out there from this scum that could still be roaming the streets. If the police are not going to actively investigate this anymore, then we will. We will put it together. We will work with law enforcement. We'll work with the FBI. But we're going to need the public's help. This is 24 years ago. But as we saw with Zachary, the great and awesome people of Clearwater and the Clearwater, St. Petersburg area have not forgotten. They don't forget these things. The awesome people of that area, countless, have messaged us and left comments saying, thank you. Thank you for looking into Zachary's case. We wondered what happened. The police just dropped the ball. We always wondered what happened to him. Thank you. Thank you for looking into this. Zachary deserves to be found. And we trust that the same great people of that area are going to come out and support us in this. We want justice for Jet. And we want you to help us to do that. So stay tuned to our social medias. Our website, protectyourchildren.org. Our YouTube, Protect Your Children, Inc. Just type it in. Facebook, Twitter, Rumble, TikTok. We're everywhere. Stay tuned as we bring more information in the coming weeks. But will you help us get justice for Jet? Let us know in the comments. Let us know you're standing with us in this. You can help out by sharing the content. You can help out by watching our social medias and responding to calls of action. You can help us by donating, because we are going to have to pay for some pretty sizable promotions of content to get this to the public en masse, which does cost money. And we are a 501c3 not-for-profit. We don't make money off of anything. You can help us out that way. There's so much that you can do. If you know an amateur sleuth or a private investigator or someone who's former law enforcement that you think might be willing to assist us privately, contact them. Have them reach out to us. There's lots of things that you can do, but we want justice for Jet. And we hope that you'll help us. That's it for now. Please share, subscribe, like, do all those things. Not because we want inflated numbers because we feel good, but because the more of you that subscribe and like and follow, it tells us that more people are being reached with the protection that we offer on a daily basis to protect kids from online predators, community predators, kidnappers, traffickers, and scum like the one that did this to Jet. So stay tuned. We thank you. God bless. Take care.